Alrighty, so this is like part 3 of this series. This is going to be for postpartum. So a couple of things that really helped me with postpartum, and the discomfort that comes. If you're having your first baby, you're probably going to be like me. You'll be like, people talked about how uncomfortable it was going to be, like trying to nurse or pump, and you're going to be like, it ain't, they're a bunch of wimps. But if you have more babies come, you'll find it gets more intense after each child comes along. So it's like that after labor pains. Basically, you'll be nursing your baby and you'll feel like you're in labor again. It's that uncomfortable for a day or two, you know. So we're gonna talk about some natural ways that you can keep that discomfort down for you if you're starting to feel that, if you're pumping or you're nursing and you're starting to feel like, man, I thought the labor thing was over and here it comes again, get me out of here. Let's talk about that. And if you're having your first baby and no one's told you that, I am so sorry. I feel like there should be more prep a little bit on that end. But it's something, you know, everybody's so focused on get the baby out, and then kind of find out what life's like on that other side. So your Clary Calm is going to be wonderful for this. Like should definitely be in your kit from day 1 of pregnancy to forever as a mama. Your Clary Calm, you want to definitely rub that just on your belly section before you go to pump or you go to nurse. Go ahead and rub that on. And keep that there. Oh, another thing I meant to mention, this is postpartum, but it's really also, it should be in your birth kit. Helichrysum. Sorry, I was just thinking about that because of like the whole bleeding process afterwards. Like you can also use that until you're done bleeding, you know. But this is gonna really help you with the bleeding process afterwards. It's also really good to go ahead and apply some on, especially if you're a redhead after birth, because they have tendencies to bleed more. If you're a heavy bleeder, rub some of this on, because Helichrysum really helps to manage the bleeding and keep things from it's basically a liquid band-aid, y'all. So Helichrysum should be in your birth hospital kit. But also during, you know, the stage of just postpartum, you could use it too if you're a heavy bleeder. So Clary Calm helps with the cramping, so to speak. And then Deep Blue Polyphenols. It's safe for your baby and to breastfeed or pump, and you to take these. I use these especially because I would have trouble, like when I nursed, like my back pain or discomfort would come back. So I would use these, and I also sometimes would rub some of this on the back too. You could also use jasmine if you wanted, but really the Clary Calm is usually good enough. Hey, just a minute, baby. I can see Mommy's doing a video right now. I see that's a very beautiful house. She built a house, and it's really pretty. It's out of Legos. I'll look at it in a little bit. Okay. And then Balance is really good just for mood support and all. Frankincense, I really love using this, diffusing it or taking it even internally for postpartum, because it really helps your mental and emotional stability. So I started using that, and then also the supplements that I mentioned. The Lifelong Vitality Trio Pack is going to be really good for supporting you emotionally and physically and energetically as you recover from having a baby, and you're also going still on short nights because you're probably getting up and taking care of the baby at night. Another thing to help with just the energy wise getting through that is Mito 2 Max. This is a supplement I always integrate in after baby. Sometimes I even do it during pregnancy, especially if I'm having like a month or a couple weeks where I feel like I'm just kind of a little bit more on the lower end of energy. But definitely after baby, I start taking this religiously because it really helps give that energy. It has no sugars or stimulants like that. It's caffeine free. It's just helping your natural body's mitochondria production to up. So you're producing your own energy, and it's just helping you to produce more of your own energy. So it's very awesome in that way. Because you can take it and it's not going to affect your baby, and you're just going to be a more energetic person for it. So that really helps me, because otherwise I think I'd be like walking around like this half-dead, decaffeinated person who can hardly focus without it. So I always integrate that. And then Correct X. So again, this guy is really good for if you are pumping or you're nursing and you're just dealing with some chapped area there. This is one that definitely reapply on. For me, nursing is easier than pumping, but pumping is really hard on that area, and so I use this a lot. But you can also use it if you're nursing as well and you're just dealing with some cracked or just over chapped or overused sore areas there, so that you can still do what you need to do for baby and it not be a problem that affects you or baby. And that's pretty much what I use. I also use the Terra greens that I told you about. It's the green mix nutrient drink. So basically it's superfoods in a powder that you pour into a shaker bottle and you drink that. I do once a day, and that just helps keep my grain intake of green plants and nutrients and those superfoods up, because I know even if I wanted to, I'm not going to eat, you know, that many superfoods in one day, just because it's a lot of superfoods just to eat. Like I tend to like to snack smaller and stuff, so that just helps me make sure I am getting some of that extra like plant goodness into my body, into my fuel. And also it can kind of help support your breast milk too. And another thing too is Claricalm can help support breast milk too, so just massage it on maybe your chest area if that is a problem. There are some other things that you can use too for that support. So definitely, if that one doesn't work, you can comment below or get some help from your doTERRA advocate, and they'll help you get some other choices. So I think that's it for postpartum, and I will see you later. So good luck with your baby, and I hope you're doing really well, mama. And enjoy this season, because it goes by quicker than you think.